Dad's not ready. Hello, hello. We are here. Woohoo! Let's go, guys. Okay, so issues, yes, they were had, but we are here. Oh, there's a fly in here.
Fly spy.
Fly spy. And today, we're gonna make some Korean barbecue chicken. Yeah. Hey, owners. What's up? First one here. I'm doing good. I'm doing better now. It's getting a little stressed out there. But I'm glad that I'm still able to stream today. We're only, 15 minutes behind. That's not bad. It's a pretty easy stream. How are you doing, owners? Hey, Chrissy. What's going on? Sorry, I didn't even do like a stream starting soon screen. I just got excited and said, let's go. You're doing fine. That is good to hear. Okay, so today we are making some Asian food. Korean barbecue chicken legs that we're not barbecuing. The Korean barbecue is the sauce. So we're just going to marinate those first thing so that they kind of soak up all those flavors, and then we're just going to bake them in the oven. Holy, this dog is out of control. Hush. Can you not? Every day I start streaming, she has to interrupt and scratch the door to go outside. It never fails. You need to finish your blender classes. What? What is that? Okay, and to go with our Korean barbecue chicken legs, I'm gonna do some pork and pineapple fried rice. Really, really good combo together. I love putting pineapple in fried rice. It just complements everything so well. That little bit of sweetness and acidity. And then the other vegetable side dish is just some roasted broccoli and radishes. So radishes from the garden, broccoli, not so much, but I do have a little piece from the farm. So we'll stick that in there too with the rest of the florets. We don't have too much broccoli yet, but it's better than nothing. It's a 3D modeling software. Super cool. I am not good with that kind of stuff, but I'm very interested in it. I have to say that. So ingredients for today. There are quite a few ingredients in the Korean barbecue sauce. It's kind of like a sweet and spicy sauce with some ginger and garlic as well in it. And the basis of the sauce is soy sauce and brown sugar. So there's your sweet and salty. And then I'm going to do some mirin, so rice wine. And a little bit of honey, a little bit of rice wine vinegar as well. And then that all gets mixed up. We also need some Korean chili pepper flakes, which I have, and also you could use gochujang. I'm not sure if you guys have used that. Let me just grab it. Super excited to be able to use this. Finally found it in one of the supermarkets here. It's just a Korean red pepper paste. And I find that the Korean style of peppers are a lot more floral compared to the regular chili flakes that you guys would find. So this is what it is. You'll find it in these little containers. They are awesome because the top just opens like that. I haven't even opened this yet, so pumped to do that. Hey, MILF, what's going on? Helen Mirren, yeah. That's what's going into the sauce. Yeah, I did get on, Mama, finally. Of course, it was like the simplest thing for me to do, but I am not good with computers and I am never comfortable with touching this beast because I'm always scared that I'm going to wreck it and it's just too expensive for me to even fool around with. So Sammy got home, turned it back on for me, and hopefully let's cross our fingers that it doesn't cut out. You always call them Thai chilies. Yeah, but they are actually different. Like if you find those Korean red chili flakes, they're really, really nice to garnish with. Did I fix it? I don't think it's fixed, Dan, but it is working. I will say that. But there is definitely something wrong for it to just randomly shut off like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a good computer person. That's why I have a Sammy. Okay, so for our pork and pineapple fried rice, I did get your messages. So Sam has contacted Corsair about the issue, and he's just waiting to hear back. I'm as good as you, Mama. Exactly. Like, I'm starting to kind of know how things work, but I'm still not a whiz at all. You're sure it's not the power supply? Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, we just replaced that RAM stick, but Sam said that it was failing before we replaced that RAM stick, before they sent us the new one, so I really have no idea. You've washed up to 225 bottles. Where are you going to store all that beer, Optrix? Okay, back to our fried rice. So I have a little bit of Chinese barbecue pork that was in the freezer, and I think there's also a little bit of the tenderloin. Do you guys remember when we made the Chinese barbecue pork? I think it was in the sous vide. So I'll cut that up. Then we need to cook off rice. We need to do that earlier on because whenever you're making fried rice, you want the rice to be cold when you fry it. You don't want to make the rice, have it hot, and then go to fry it. You always want cold rice kernels, and that way they're gonna fry up a lot nicer. So keep that in mind whenever you go to make fried rice. Like, fried rice is the best thing to use up old rice with. You know how to switch it on and off. That's all you need to know. You're like my mom. I love that. Milk crates in the basement. Nice. Yeah, we have some milk crate stashes too. We got old milk bottles in them. What is this Sex on the Beach suite you're making on Friday? You should look it up, Mama. It is a old school dish, and I've made it on stream, but this was, I believe this was one of the first month when I made this on stream. So I'm going to make it again. This is what Rook wanted. I know his dessert is not called Sex on the Beach. I think it was called Chocolate Delight, but it's called Sex in a Pan is what I know it as. And it's just layered with a pecan shortbread on the bottom. And then you do vanilla and chocolate pudding, which I'm making from scratch. Screw the box, like, I'm sorry, Jello, but we're gonna do everything from scratch for this. It has whipped cream. What else does it have? I think that might be it. But it is so dirty and delicious. Start again, Hammy. You just got here. All I've gone over is the Korean barbecue chicken recipe. So that's in Discord if you want to follow up on that. And I'm just going through the fried rice recipe right now. Hey, Vune, how are you? And Rainy Sunday. What's going on? Sex in a Pan sounds awfully uncomfortable. If you eat too much of it, you definitely would be uncomfortable. The rice thing. Okay, Hammy Tom Tom. So whenever you're making fried rice, you want your rice to be cold. And that way it's not going to so much stick onto the bottom of the pan, but it will actually fry up and you'll be able to toss it around. I really wish I had a wok for this, but I don't. So we are going to end up just using a cast iron pan because that will be able to get really hot as well. We'll get it smoking. Yeah, that's what it's called. If you guys look it up, you will see that it is truly a thing. Okay, back to our rice. So I'm going to do a couple of eggs in there too, scrambled up. Some ginger and garlic as well to just follow through with the flavors from the chicken. Some green onions sliced up. 2 cups of pineapple, and I like to dice it nice and small so you get a little bit of pineapple in every bite. And then the base sauce for our fried rice, so hoisin sauce, rice vinegar, and soy sauce. And then I always like to just drizzle on a little bit of sesame oil at the end. I never like to cook with sesame oil much just because it is very nutty and strong, and if you get it at too high of a heat, it will start to taste bitter. So that's why I always leave sesame oil to the very, very end. And that way you'll get that perfect sesame nutty flavor. Does a wok even work on an induction stove? I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure you would be able to find a stainless one. But luckily this stove is not induction. It's just a glass cooktop. So I'm sure it would work, but probably not as well as a gas stove. That's for sure. We're cooking dog? No, MILF. You're bad. Chocolate, you're out. Suppose you could put strawberry something other than chocolate? Yeah, why not? Make your own version, mama. Can you post a link? Yeah, you can. You can post it up, Hammy. Okay, and lastly, moving on to our vegetables, which is the easiest part. Do I miss the gas cooker? Honestly, with me working at Wild Mountain now, I don't miss it as much because I get to use it 3 times a week there. And I don't mind the glass cooktop just because it's so easy to clean. I think I've gotten used to cooking with it. Chicken and egg fried rice. Have you made this one before, or is this what you made yesterday and you said it didn't work? That's what you did. Well, what the heck happened? Why was it not good? So egg, water, butter, onion. That is kind of a weird recipe, I will say that. Like, they could have added a lot more flavoring in there, Hammy. And you said you didn't like it. How come? Okay, so roasted broccoli and radishes. We're going to do a lot of broccoli because it does shrink a bit when you roast it in the oven. So I'm going to do like 12 cups. That way we'll have lots of leftovers. A couple bunches of radishes. And you guys know that I keep garlic oil in the fridge, so I'm going to use that to dress it. Ugh. So I left the patio door open for a little bit today because it just got so hot, and now there's flies everywhere in here. The bane of my existence. So we'll dress the vegetables in the garlic oil, salt and pepper, roast them, and then when the veg comes out, I think I just want a little bit of lemon zest and juice to be sprinkled over top of it to kind of brighten up our flavors. Sup, Death? Good to see you in here, man. It doesn't tell you what to do. Well, that is a sad recipe then. I don't really love that they put white onion into their fried rice either. That's kind of weird. You've always had an electric cooker, but when you're at the caravan last month, it had a gas cooker. It can be faster, that's for sure, for certain things, but so far this stove is pretty powerful. Sounds good, Optrix. We'll see you then. Could I post a good one in chat or Discord? Well, the one I'm making today is posted in Discord already, and if you didn't want to use pork, you could easily sub out chicken for it. Yeah, Mama's gonna be in bed by the time you're back. She's gonna be snoring. Thanks, Death. Yeah, honestly, I was pretty upset today when the computer would not turn back on. I was like, I've wanted to make this recipe for 2 weeks in a row now. So when I was not able to make it for you guys, I was like, what the heck? But at least we can finally do it. Okay, so order of prep for the day. We are going to marinate the chicken first, let that sit for as long as possible. I would even say marinating overnight is probably your best option here. But I didn't pull the chicken out early enough for us to do that yesterday. So we're just gonna do a couple hours for a marinade on it, and then to bake it in the oven. Chicken legs do take a little bit longer just because the bone is still in there. I am going to estimate it will take around 20 minutes, and I'm gonna go a little bit higher heat, so probably 425 Fahrenheit, just so we get some nice kind of charring color on the chicken as well. But yeah, 20 to 25 minutes is typically the timing to bake a chicken leg in the oven. And then the fried rice, obviously that will be mixed up at the very end, but we do need to cook our rice prior to that. So that is what we'll do right after we marinate the chicken. We'll cook off the rice, get it cooling off ASAP, kind of prep up all of our other ingredients to go into the rice so that they're ready to go. And then after that, we can work on our vegetables to go into the oven. So I'll probably have 3 different pans in the oven tonight for dinner, which I am okay with because when you're making fried rice, you don't want a lot of other stuff going on. So that's why it's great to do stuff baking while you do that as well. Just the only thing we'll have to keep in mind is that we need to rotate all of those trays as everything cooks. And that way it'll cook nice and evenly. It's under the recipe section. So if you go into recipes, it's a little bit up because I posted all of the recipes for the week, and it is a PDF. So like what I sent you yesterday. Can I put what I made last night in Discord? Yeah, that's already there as well, Hammy. So there is, the bread bowls are there. It starts, if you go up to the date, start at June 25th. It goes bread bowl, the chowder, and the salad. And then right after that is the chicken, the fried rice, and the broccoli. You got this. Okay, let's get into our chicken. Just want to make sure that they are completely thawed. Oh, and actually, before we start, I went to the farm today, so I'm just going to show you guys what I brought home. Just a nice little bunch of the Japanese radishes, which are amazing. And you don't have to peel these. The skin is really nice and thin. So I love to just roast them either halved, quartered, or even whole. And they stay so juicy inside. And this is going to be a fun one. So I don't know if I'll end up cooking these on stream or not. But I have never actually worked with fresh artichokes like this before, and neither has Sam. Or yes, I have worked with it, so I cleaned them at work my first day, but I never saw how they were prepared. So I want to clean these myself and cook them up myself and see how I do with that. So that's a new thing. And then a really nice bunch of green onions. So look at the end of these. They're like kind of bulbed, right? Compared to what you would find in the grocery store. I just like how that's so different. Like the grocery store ones are just like completely straight, I guess, compared to something organic like that where you can't really control how it grows. Do I have a website? No, not yet. Not yet, Hammy, but all of the recipes are in Discord. And I'm thinking, like, all of the ones that I've made myself in PDF version, I will eventually make an ebook with those, or even a cookbook as well. And yeah, there's the giveaway as well. So a bunch of parsley I got from the farm as well. And I believe this is going to be used in the short ribs on Friday when we go to braise those. And then these lovely things. So new German potatoes. Not sure if you guys remember, but this was back at the other house when I cooked up the seedling potatoes that were the same version as these. So these are the little potatoes that came out of the seedlings that I cooked up. This is probably a couple months ago now. So they're really nice and small, and the skin is so thin. Like, look at this little guy. Is this even real? I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet, but I just got really excited when I saw them, so I had to take them. And that is it. And then we just have a couple florets of broccoli from the farm that looks so, so good. So that is gonna go into the veg as well. We're not married yet, no. Just my boyfriend. We've been together quite a long time though. We're coming up on 4 years of being together and like 6 years of being really good friends. Okay, let's get into the chicken. Get that marination going. And the farm was awesome today, guys. Started the day. So when I got there, they were still doing the walk around the property to see what had to be done. So we did that for a couple minutes. Figured out the plan for the day. And then we started in the greenhouse while it was still pretty cool out, because if you try and work in the greenhouse in the middle of the day, it is way too hot. Like, it's so stuffy in there. It's just not really safe to even be in there. I will have to say that. So we went in the greenhouse, pruned the tomatoes again. You have to do this once a week as they grow, because those little shoots are gonna keep popping up as the tomato grows. So we have to take the shoots off and just kind of keep tying them up, the string from the roof. I'll be the one to propose. Well, we already kind of talked about it, guys. It's like, I will know what's happening because Sam said he's going to put the ring in a pizza. Like, it's been said. So who knows? The Bailey's is lonely. I know. I was thinking about making a coffee today, but things just didn't go as planned. So here's our chicken legs. I think I'm going to transfer them out of this bag, though. And I might just marinate them in a bowl. But mind you, I don't really have any smallish bowls, so let's just use another bag. Ziplocs are one of the best things to marinate meat in, just because you can get all the air out, so the marinade really covers the whole piece of meat. Now I want some Baileys and coffee, Brooke. Okay, let's get out some ingredients. Okay, this sauce recipe is insanity. I don't think I need 4 pints of Korean barbecue sauce. So I am going to do 1/3 of this recipe. So I need a cup each of soy sauce and brown sugar. Let's see, I'll get out a couple other things that I know I need, like the mirin and the sesame oil. Oh, almost forgot about the corn to go into the stir fry today. And you can't do fried rice without baby corn in it. Parodian, you're pushing my buttons with this American stuff. How are you today, though? Today you have tried, for the first time, super rare seafood. Yeah, Death, imagine if I swallowed the ring. Oh, no. No, I'd be like, what is this on my pizza? This doesn't belong here. Okay, we got our gochujang. Need to remember where I put the chili flakes at. But I think they're in the pantry. Oh, and the rice wine bin, which I believe is here. Da, da, da. Ebro River Seafood. What is that? I don't even know what that means. I'm looking it up though. In Spain? Is that correct? What could you put with fried rice that would go good with it? Well, as I'm doing today, I'm just doing like a simple Korean barbecue chicken leg. Just marinate the chicken even with like a soy sauce. Ginger and garlic style sauce is awesome as well. Look how awful it looks. Whoa, that thing is insane. Okay, I'm gonna try and translate the page to see what it says. Cayetes? Cayetes. A species of pink mollusk. Very strong marine taste and consistent flesh. Was it good though? There we go. Oh yeah. Biggest bag ever. This is gonna last me years. So this is called gochugaru. And this, the paste, is called gochujang. So remember that. Both of them are one of my favorite things to work with. Okay, we need some garlic and ginger. I have some really nice young ginger. Like you can tell because it's still a little bit pink on the edges. So I was pretty happy when I found that at the store. And we just need some garlic cloves. And it says use some green onion as well. Oh, what? They put ripe pear into it. I do not have that, I don't think. I don't have pear to go in, so that's a loss for sure on my part. Because that'll just help with the sweetness, but we'll be okay. I'm just gonna mix this up in a bowl and then pour it into the bag. And let those things sit, and then we'll probably cook it, let's say around 5-ish, if things are looking good. You're from Barcelona. Seriously, Perodian, that's one of my favorite places in the world that I've been. And I honestly think that I will have to go back at some point. They're called boxes because you need to have the key. I love that. Okay, let's start with our liquid stuff and then we'll process our garlic and ginger last. So 1 cup of soy sauce. What's everyone else making today? There goes the whole bottle of soy sauce, but it's okay. We have another bottle. We're good. And a cup of brown sugar. Oh. Have you guys ever seen these measuring cups? So I've been watching Good Eats, and Alton's been using these, and I never really use mine. I got one from Sam's mom, but it is seriously the best thing for like any liquids, like a honey or something, because you measure it and then you can just push it out so it doesn't stick onto it at all. I'm going to use it for the dry stuff right now. For dries and solids, this side up. So yeah, you just pull it out and then you can just push out whatever you want measured in there. It's so weird. Sounds good, Hammy. bad guy can leave out the same door that he came in. That's all I have to say about that. Not having any of it. You always want to make sure that you pack down your brown sugar too. It's a must. There we go. Going in. Okay, awesome. Probably just leave that spoon in there to mix it up after. Okay, next, 1/3 of a cup of water. That makes sense. We need to somehow dilute all of this. It says you're primed, but when you go to sub, it says not yet. You don't know why, so take this mental sub. Thanks, Hammy. You're heading to bed, Mama. Sounds good. Sounds wonderful. You go get snuggled in there. And I'll be here cooking. You'll be the same. All good, guys. Sleep is so important to me, so I fully understand. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup of our mirin rice wine. I don't even have that much, so we'll just do what we can. We nuked it. Shigan. Death, I saw you streamed on Saturday. How did it go? And I'm happy that you did that. Okay, we can finally open this deliciousness. It's amazingly red and sticky. Look at this stuff. Definitely smells like nice and fermented as well. It's like a floral chili smell, but it's not super spicy. And I believe they make them in different heats. So you can get one that's really hot and one that's more mild. We got the more mild one. Hammy. It went well. That's good, Death. So we are looking for, it says 1/2 cup of gochujang. I'm terrible at math and fractions. So I need to divide that by 3. Like a quarter, less than a 1/4 cup of this pepper paste. Just do a spoonful. And then once this is opened, it has to be kept in the fridge. So keep that in mind. But it's not gonna go bad. I think this will last probably indefinitely. If you keep it clean, right? You don't want to contaminate it. I just tried it. It's really good. You also get a good kick of garlic right off the start from that. What do you mean? I love that. I always said that when there would be girls that are like, I want to work out, but I don't want to get jacked. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Okay, next up, a little bit of honey. It's calling for. I don't really think it's needed, but I'll put it anyways. I think the brown sugar will be more than enough sweetness. But you're not subbed to anyone. Weird. Yeah, you know what? My dad's sub from Prime was being a little bit weird last month too. And I just like wouldn't let him sub at all. Look how crystallized this is getting. Insane. Okay, so same amount as the gochujang. So good. It's so floral. I can see why they put honey, just because the floral notes will complement the pepper paste so well. Okay, next up, rice wine vinegar. Just a splash. And that will actually help to tenderize the chicken a little bit. Anytime you add acid. Okay, so next up we're moving on to the garlic and the ginger. Just put these couple things away. The sugar's flying. Boop. And then we also need a teaspoon of the chili flakes. So let's open that now. And then we can get it out of here. Oh, it smells heavenly. And let me take out the other chili flakes so we can do a little comparison right now. You guys will see the difference. So, regular chili flakes with all of the seeds in it. And then here's the Korean chili flakes. So they're just really bright red. Just put that amount in there. Maybe a touch more. I haven't made anything spicy in a while, so I'm gonna spice it up tonight. You're on mobile now. Okay, sounds good. And maybe I'll leave out these chili flakes just because I'll probably do a little garnish with them later on. I think that's a good option. So I might have to just heat this up a little bit to dissolve the honey into here, but we'll see. Kind of mix it up a little bit first. Maybe as it sits, it will dissolve a bit. So obviously no extra salt added into there either. And then for the garlic, I'm gonna use these 4 smaller cloves. And then the ginger, probably this, because we're still gonna use ginger and garlic in the fried rice later. So we don't wanna overpower, we just wanna complement each other. So smash our garlic and then we'll mince it. Has anyone ever had the Korean barbecue sauce before? I first had it on these deep fried kind of chicken skewer balls. I know it sounds weird, but they're called sakune. We actually serve them in the restaurant as an appetizer. Okay, handy dandy garlic press. You don't like barbecue. You think it tastes dirty. Really, Mama? That's so interesting. Very cool to know how like other people's palates work and what they think things taste like, right? So everyone's palate is so different. Okay, our ginger. We have decided the best way to peel it is to use a spoon. So that's what we're gonna do. And the skin on this is super thin, so it should not take long at all. Ginger is soapy too. Dang. So do you not really love Asian foods then? I love ginger. I love to put it in my smoothies. I love to make tea with it. I love it in soups. Really anything. And it's so good for you. Really helps with digestion. So I'll just cut the end off there. And that other end we broke off, so we don't have to worry about that. If I have an apprenticeship open in 3 or 4 years, you'll happily take it. I'm down. I don't know what you mean by apprenticeship though. Because like I can't really get you to go to school. Like I can't help you with the schooling. But I can definitely teach you like everything I know that I've learned in school. If that's what you mean. And I probably would not even charge you nearly the amount that you would have to pay to go to culinary school. I just like to teach people how to cook. That's as simple as that. It's like a lot of people are scared to try new things, but it shouldn't be scary. It should be fun. So I thinly slice the ginger first, and then I just like to stack it on top of itself. And we'll slice it thin again and then mince it. I find this is the best way to mince the ginger like this. Hey, Karen. How are you? Okay, push that all together, and we'll turn it this way, and I'll just do nice little cubes. Oh, Elvin, it's true. I mean, we had a little bit of difficulties before the stream, and I didn't even think I would be able to cook this with you guys today. So don't feel bad, but at least you will know how it's made. We're just mixing it up with the marinade for the chicken right now. You finished your stream 5 minutes ago. I did not know that you streamed as well. That is so awesome. What do you stream? So we're gonna get a nice fine chop on this. You stream games. Cool. Sounds fun. You thought you'd start a stream, how to get banned from Twitch in 2 hours or less. Honestly, you'd probably go viral with that. There you go. A little shout out for you. Okay. So we still need green onions. A little bit chopped up. A little bit of black pepper, it says. Okay, what the heck? 3 tablespoons of canning starch. What is that even? I'm guessing it just thickens up the marinade because it's pretty thin right now. Like usually Korean barbecue is a lot thicker. Canning starch. Never heard of that in my life. But yeah, I'm definitely going to use up the tops of these green onions that are getting wilty. I'm going to put those into the marinade. They still have a use. I don't have to go in the garbage. Alvin, how was your day though? You live in Scotland. That is so cool. I've never been to Scotland. So I just trimmed off the ends to square this up, and then we're just gonna thinly slice it probably until here. Until there's no more soggy tips. You know it's mainstream, but at difference of major part of streamers, you really love video games. Oh, don't even worry about it, Karen. My boyfriend is huge into video games, so that has become part of my life. So there we go. Like, look at this difference from the farm green onions to the ones from the store. Like, they're not as green, first off. Like, look how white this is compared to the little bit of white there. Like, they're grown so differently. Don't know what they do to them, that's for sure. A guilt party? Oh no, Mama. She's burning up. Okay. I can still feel the honey on the bottom here. So I'm just going to quickly pop this in Chef Mike. And then we're going to bring this all together. And then once the chicken's marinated and going in the oven, I think we'll cook the marinade down a bit to thicken it. And then we can kind of glaze the chicken as it bakes. I think that's a good option. She's a dark one though. 30 seconds should be more than enough. Hey Harry, how's it going? Mama, a fan attached to your back. Wouldn't that be nice though? should be good. A bug flew into it. No. Extra protein then. You have a friend who works in a restaurant in Glasgow that I could visit. That would be so cool. I always love to see how people prepare food differently in different parts of the world. Okay, so that worked perfectly, I think. There is just a couple lumps of the Korean chili paste, so I think I'll just kind of spread it onto the bowl to kind of dissolve it into there. And I suppose I should give this a taste as well, hey? Elvin, you had to take a steam sale mental break. Did you end up getting anything from the sale? What am I making? I'm making a marinade for Korean barbecue chicken. That's good. It really pushes the limit on sweet and salty. And it's not spicy really at all. So I'm happy with that. Okay, we're just gonna transfer bags. This one was in the freezer. And I never trust it once it comes out because typically it gets a hole somehow. Somehow, somewhere. And I don't feel like getting the marinade everywhere. Lego Marvel, because it's good for kids. And that's probably your level right now. That would be me too. Steampunk, how are you? Welcome in. So we have, I think we have, what, 8 chicken legs here? Quite a bit. But that way there is leftovers for all of us to have lunch. But I guess at the same time, I'm not home tomorrow. I'm at work. But I'll eat it Thursday then. After the farm. It's pronounced Glasgow. Okay. I didn't know. Yeah, I've never tried haggis. But honestly, I don't know if I could because I don't like a really irony flavor. I hate liver. So for me to try haggis, that would be interesting. Let's just say that. Okay, we're going in. Pour it all in. Oh no. Let's just do that so it stands up. And there's a little bit still of honey down here. I want to make sure I get that in there. There we go. Now we can say goodbye to the chicken. Scotland's famous native dish. No. Chicken tikka masala? That's not. That's like a UK thing. Yeah, bye-bye, chicken. See you soon. But first, I'm gonna close up the bag. Get as much air out as possible. And then give it a little massagey, and we'll lay this flat. That's why I switched the bag, so that we can lay it flat and all of the marinade can cover the chicken. And we'll probably flip it over halfway through as well. So this is going back into the fridge. I see ya later. Okay, next step, guys. You know what it is. It is rice cooking time. Karen, you can't say that word in here. You cannot. That is not a thing. There's no N words allowed. Like, why would he do that? I'm sad. Haggis, neeps, and tatties. I've had iron brew. I've had that because I worked for like 6 weeks with a Scottish guy. And he showed me what iron brew was. Thunder. Bruh. Brah. What's good? Okay. So for the rice, I want to make 8 cups of cooked rice, I think. Maybe that's too much. I don't think so, though. To have enough leftovers. So I am going to cook. I think I'll cook up 3 cups of rice kernels. And that should be more than enough. And we're just going to simply boil the jasmine rice. It was a citation to GTA San Andreas. Yeah, but you still can't say that word here. I know you're not racist. That's why I was like, what? What is going on right now? I was shocked. Here's our jasmine rice. You want 3 cups. You're black, you're offended. Well, it's not my fault. I can't help what other people do. And we're good. Your man CJ ruled the school. It's been fine, Sammy. Thunder, I knew it. Computer's fine, guys. So far, so good. It's just a moody side chick. That's what I always call it. I call it Sammy's moody side chick. Because it always has some sort of problem. But I allow him to have that side chick. She's alright. She's in my life too. It's true, we are all human. Color should not define our race. Okay, so we're gonna toast the rice up a little bit before we boil it, as always. You guys know that's my fave. Jackie! How are ya? Jackie boy. And the rice kernels can go in right away. We'll just stir them every couple of minutes. And so we'll need 6 cups of water to go into there. That's a good idea, Death. Just block the term, and then we're safe. Okay, that's gonna toast for a good probably 5 minutes. And you'll notice that the rice, I just put kernels everywhere. The rice kernels will start to turn more of a white color. That's good, Jackie. So while we're waiting on that, I think we can start to just prep the other ingredients to go into our fried rice. So we can dice up the barbecue pork. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Karen. It's okay. I solved the ish. I have a nice little container of this. There we go. And this is the tenderloin that I did up Chinese barbecue pork style. So it's not as good as what you'll get in the Chinese markets. But I attempted it. Am I like completely happy with it? No. But it's still tasty and it's still food that can be used. Now enjoy the stream. Oh, we are enjoying the stream. And I like this because I didn't overcook it. So that little bit of pink in there means that it's not gonna get dried out. Let's just do this. And I think we can just stack it up onto itself and just do nice bite-sized pieces. Just make some stacks. Bam. I just tried that little piece. It's really good. You love my stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's so nice of you. Starting to smell the rice, so we're getting there. Me for, yeah, Thunder's just here for the food. Okay, so we'll cut them in half lengthwise, the bigger pieces. We'll probably do 4 cuts, so you get like bite-sized pieces like that. We'll fry it really nice. Yeah, don't tell anyone, shh, guys. That's the best part about fried rice is you can really use up whatever you want in it. There aren't any rules per se. We're getting there. Once about half of the kernels are toasted, then we can add in the water. So I'm just gonna put this back into the container that it came from. The knife looks so sharp. No, I don't want to kill anyone. The world is safe. I don't think I could ever do that. Savage. Done and done. Slap the meat. Not again, Charlie. Why do I always gotta slap the meat? What did it do to us? Honestly, Elvin, for an attorney to say that about my stream, that is freaking awesome. Like, I have such cool viewers. And I'm glad I can still educate you guys. Like, that is so cool to me. So you can still teach old dogs new tricks. See? Optrix, you made it. You made it back. Okay, so I'm going to put that back into the fridge because we're not going to be frying up the rice until, let's say, 10 minutes before we decide to eat. So we need to keep this nice and cool. Food safety. Okay. It is time for us to put the water in. Are you guys ready for this? So I'm just going to even out the kernels, and this is going to bubble up like crazy. It's going to be like little volcanoes. Woohoo! See those? And the rest of the liquid. And then we're going to cook that pretty high heat. I'm going to cover it just so it comes up to a boil quicker. Kind of leave the lid half off there. And that should only take around 10 minutes, I think, from now. You resemble that remark. Yes. You gotta go prepare your night villa tea. Sounds good. Oh, your vanilla tea. Yum. Okay. Moving on. So the duck eggs, I guess we can scramble those up now. I'm going to use 2 duck eggs. I went to the duck egg place today and they only had 2 dozen duck eggs. Usually I get 4. So I got a dozen of the chicken eggs for $4. We'll see how they are. That's the first time I have purchased those. An Italian villa in the countryside. Me too. So I was like, your villa tea. Let me just go to my villa and I'm going to make my tea for the night. Milk oolong. Man, you guys are like kind of like tea snobs. I don't drink tea as much as I should. But I don't think I've had a tea that I didn't like. Milk Irish breakfast. There's no milk in milk oolong. What? Well, that's a play on words then, isn't it? Okay, let's scramble them. Scrambling. This, I don't know if that's still good. Let's do a little comparison right now because it doesn't smell bad, but it's a little bit yellowy tinged. I just need to see. You love milk with tea. What with all these weird ways of making tea? Yeah. Okay, so good thing I did that little comparison. Because look at the color difference here of the whites. So one is more yellow. This one's a lot more yellow than this one. This is like clear. So that's how I know that this egg has gone bad. And it was, the shell was a little bit punched in. So that's why I was a little bit wary to begin with. So I'm just going to throw that one out. She gone. And I typically don't have to toss any duck eggs like that. That's a rarity. I think it's only happened 3 times since we started getting them in the last 5 months. And I am okay with that. There we go. Yay, except now I have egg white all over my board. With the Godzilla yolks, yeah. You're from Costa Rica. That is one place that I really want to go. I need to go surfing there. Just looks so beautiful. Like, look at how custardy these yolks are. They don't even fall apart, really. Holy, hey. I love coffee. I have to say that. Like, I really, really love coffee, but it does not love me. So I have to keep the coffee drinking to a minimum. I've been doing 2 or 3 days a week lately, though, and I've been okay. So that is really good for me. You had to waste oil last time because you didn't trust the egg. Almost more eggs, but oil is expensive. Yeah, that's true. You've been off of coffee for the better part of 2 years just because it doesn't agree with you, Elvin? It's so hard for me to give it up. I have to say that. Probably just because it's everywhere. Like, there's such a coffee culture out here on the West Coast. I don't know. It's probably like that everywhere in the world, though. Like, people just rely on coffee to make them feel good or, like, to help them wake up. Like, I don't think it really does that for you. It's just all in your head. The F is this, though. I don't know what that is. Just saw something weird in there. Okay. Scrambled. It broke up with you. You're no longer good friends. Yeah. That's how I feel too. I've been testing myself though, and so far so good. To help you deal with students. That's fair. Ah. I'm gonna turn that down a touch. Just a wee bit. Simmer it down there, Rice. What about coming to Scotland? I'm down. I think at some point I'll be coming back to Europe, and it's probably going to be a Germany trip for sure. And I'm not sure what else. It's growing. I'm glad I caught that. Hate cleaning burnt rice. Water off of the stove. So starchy. Okay, next up, we should prep up our baby corns. Bread in Germany is king. Produce is good, but not as good as other parts of Europe. Yeah, I mean, Sam always tells me these stories about him just walking down the street and going to the bakery in the morning and grabbing the bread for the day. It's like, that's amazing to me. So I always say, like, if him and I go to Germany, it's going to be really hard for me to leave because Sammy has dual citizenship. So I'll be like, can we just move there instead? And since our rice is almost done, we need to prepare a sheet pan so that it can cool on it. So I'm just gonna do one of these guys. Silpat sheet, that way it won't stick. Gemüseladen? What's that? It sucks that they close at 8 p.m. Yeah, that was so weird for me being in Europe. It's like, you better get your shit together because everything closes really early. Or isn't even open on the weekends. But I really like that. Like, they're not all about consumerism there. It's like more about family and just enjoying your life. Oh, they sell vegetables. How much longer do you think I'll be streaming for? Like, today or in my life? I'm just gonna leave this here because the rice is almost there. She be getting close. Still some liquid down there, so we'll wait a sec. Contrast, for example, with Italy, where the bread is meh by comparison, but the produce is extraordinary. Yeah, that is a great way to contrast it for me, because I totally remember that being in Italy. The entire focus of their respective sandwiches are completely opposite. That's so true. Today, Hammy, so it's 4 o'clock. I should be streaming for close to another 2 hours. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Oh, if anything, Alvin, I would end up opening a bakery there, 100%. Sam and I already talked about it. Like, Sam doesn't like making desserts, but he really enjoys bread. So we always said we would be down to open a proper bakery together. A minute on our rice, guys. It's so close. Let that go for, say, a minute more. And actually, I think I'll cover it for a couple minutes just so it can kind of steam and fluff up. That way the kernels will separate more. And then we'll pour it onto the sheet pan. So let's turn that guy off, cover it, and I'll set a 5-minute timer. And then we can cut the corn. Cut the corn while we're waiting. Waking up at 5 a.m. to make dough for the day. Yes. I'd be so down with that. Like I said in a previous stream, I love to work earlier rather than later. Oh, the industrial mixers, so much fun. And I would love to work out of a wood-fired oven properly. Don't you destroy enough dough buying kitchen supplies? So I'm just gonna slice the corn into rounds. Why am I putting the rice on a sheet pan? To cool it off as quick as possible. So when you spread the rice out, obviously it has more surface area to cool off compared to if it stayed in the pot. Oh, here comes Doggo. She's like, what you cutting over there? What you got? You want corn? Come here. Oh, bounced off your nose. To be able to control the temp with automated vents, that would be epic. Let's do this, Optrix. Doggo, yeah, the local health inspector. Making sure my food practices are safe. You don't want to go too thin with the rounds either, because this stuff falls apart a little bit easily. Just a little bit. And I do have another bag of peas in the fridge, so I may use those up in here too. Come here. Good catch. You would love to file that patent application. Just a modest fee. No big deal. Okay, corn is going over. We have just under 2 minutes to go on our rice. And I think next up, let's prep up our garlic and ginger. And the rest of these green onions, I think, will go in. Trim off our roots. And then I always like to peel off whatever dried bits are on the bottom. Elvin, you don't drink IPAs? You would probably enjoy the red ale that Optrix is making. Red ales are really nice and flavorful. And then our ginger, probably do that nub and that nub. And for the garlic, IPAs are code for Satan water. That is so funny. Actually, I don't know if this garlic is good still. She's sprouting. Okay, the rice has been fluffed. Coming in. What is this sawing for? I am not sure what the guys are doing. Maybe baseboards upstairs? Who knows what they're up to? Okay. Get this out of here. I'm glad I only chose the 3 cups because this is still quite a bit of rice. So now we need to spread it out. I see, said the blind man as he picked up his hammer and saw. Oh man, that's just trouble. So we'll leave that at room temp for a couple minutes before we put it into the fridge. So when you put stuff like this that's really steamy into home grade fridges, it can mess with the compressor. So I'll just let it cool off a little bit before I put it into the fridge. I don't really feel like breaking that. But to put this into an industrial fridge, no problem at all. So there is our rice all spread out. It's just gotta cool off. Okay, back to our veg. It's a steamy stream, what can I say? You never know what's gonna happen. The bare naked chicken legs. Oh yeah, you did miss it, Optrix. It's true. Trimming off some of this garlic. It's organic, what can I say? It's not perfect. So we'll keep the ginger, green onion, and garlic all together. That will be stir fried together. Broccoli is no good roasted. What? Yeah, I will prove them wrong. Broccoli is so good roasted. I love when it gets that little bit of char on it. But if you don't make it right, I will say this. If you don't add enough oil, then yes, it doesn't taste very good. So you need to make sure that you add enough fat so it actually properly roasts and doesn't just dry out in the oven. Because I've done it not good one time. And yeah, it didn't taste very good. So my only mistake was that I just didn't add enough oil or fat to it. But other than that, I love to roast it. Gotta push those limits. You like it as a topping on pizza? I've never thought about that. Really haven't. But that is cool that you suggested it. Posh, come here. Come say hi. She'll say hi to you, honey. Come here. Say hi. No, there's nothing. Okay, get done. Good girl. She'll have lots of snacks though later in the stream. She loves broccoli, she loves radishes, so we'll be good. It's probably why she's hanging around still. Okay, so we're just gonna thinly slice these. See, like, even that onion is burning my eyes a little bit. I got some weak eyes. They're not made for onions. Is there any vegetable that Posh doesn't like? She doesn't like leafy stuff. Like salad greens and stuff like that, she'll just spit out. What else? Celery, parsnip. I think that might be it. She loves most of the green ones though. Anything green and crunchy, she's into. She eats tomatoes. Catnip. She'd probably still eat that too. She is so trusting of what I give her now that she'll take it right away, but then if she doesn't like it, she'll just leave it on the ground. She'll be like, this is not what I wanted. She says, nice try, human. Like tomatoes. I'm sure she would like a green tomato, an unripe one. She'd probably eat it. So same deal with the ginger as when we did the marinade. Try cutting onions sitting down. It doesn't hurt your eyes. That is crazy talk. Probably catching it is half the fun. Yeah. It took her a while to get back into that. Because I used to do that with her when she was younger. But when Sam and I first moved back here, she was totally off her game. I was shocked. Mongolian beef. Welcome in and thanks for the follow. Yeah, have I tried asking the onion? Honestly, I haven't. Maybe that's the problem. It doesn't. You did it today making the rice. That was your experiment. I would laugh if I did that at the restaurant. Just pulled up a little stool as I was cutting onions. Chef would be like, what are you doing? Well, it's, if you sit down cutting onions, it doesn't make your eyes hurt. I'm sure you just shake his head. ASMR, it can be. If that's what you want to get out of this stream, it's a possibility. Shadow, how's your day? Look how nice and yellow this ginger is. Never seen it this vibrant. Harry's back. The experts on Cook with Kate. Yeah, exactly. He was actually asking me the other day, what's the best way to watch the show? So who knows? Maybe Chef Oliver will be in here with us one day. He does have Monday, Tuesdays off. Yeah. Also rebalancing the humors and the feng shui. Exactly. Okay, that's done. Next up, our pineapple. We get to cut down a pineapple today. And it's been in the fridge. So I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of this, if I'm being honest. Hopefully it's ripe though. I mean, the one we cut last time was way overripe. So that's probably why Sam just left this one in the fridge for me. And then after this, we just have to mix up our sauce base for the fried rice. Really, really simple. And then we can move on to the vegetables. Best way to watch the show is after having eaten a filling meal. Yeah, otherwise I just make you too hungry. Oh yeah, she's a little underripe. So I guess it's a good thing we're frying it up today then. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. So I always start by cutting the top and bottom off the pineapple. This is a chef thing for sure. I'm just gonna get a compost bag out because we're gonna end up with a lot of peels. I don't want to fill my bucket up. The rice is almost cool enough to put in the fridge. Yeah, it looks a little underripe, but when I cut the bottom off, it looked pretty nice and golden in there. We shall see. All right, let's see what we're working with. So there is a little bit of a natural curve on a pineapple, so try and follow that. And then just slide your knife down. Take the peel off. It's definitely underripe. I'm okay with this. I think I'd still rather have it underripe than overripe. Because having it underripe, it still ripens up in the fridge after you cut it. Pineapple kind of ages after you cut it. And I find it's beneficial. With the shell of the pineapple, you boil it and it becomes like a jelly. That is so cool. I have never heard of that before. Kind of want to try that now. I'm sure you get amazing pineapples in Costa Rica though. I have to say, the ones we've been getting here are really not that good. Your mouth is watering even without smell-o-vision. Honestly, mine is kind of too. But that is because I do have the smell-o-vision. Who knows? Even though it looks underripe, it might taste really nice and sweet. So our next step now is to cut it in half. And then into quarters. Then we can take the core out. So flip it back up and just cut all the way down along the core. How sharp is my knife? Oh, it can be sharper. I will say that. Because I have a chip right in the middle of the blade. So it's definitely not the best that it can be. But it's still sharp enough for me to use properly without really struggling to cut much stuff. But yeah, I still have to take it in to someone here and get them to fix it. Been neglecting it. I feel really bad, but I'm getting a little bit more money now, so I feel like it's gonna be time soon. Your stream broke, Hammy. Okay, sounds good. Yep, I saw that. Lightsaber and Wolverine's claws. Okay, so I'm gonna take this really big piece here and we'll use that for the stir fry. These other 3 pieces, I'm just gonna pack up into a bag and those can be used for just munching. Also mangoes, but here you eat them when they are green with salt. Yum. I do love me some mangoes. I think if you put your hand under the knife, your fingers will come out pretty easy. What? Like, you don't think it would cut your finger? I think it would. Let's not test it though. So now I'm just gonna do thin slices. Oh, I believe it, Jackie. Like, where I'm at is also considered a rainforest, but not quite to the extent of where you are. I mean, it doesn't get that hot here. So now we're just gonna do nice slices like this. Add some texture to our fried rice. Flying. Posh was so ready for that piece. I think I still have to give it to her. It's actually pretty tasty. Got a good sweet and sour flavor going on. The weather helps to give good products. Yeah, exactly. You got it working again, Hammy. Okay, sounds good. I will see you Thursday. You got it. Okay, there's our 2 cups of pineapple. Cut up. Now it's time to wash our board off. And onto just our little bit of sauce. So I need hoisin, which is in the fridge. Still need the rice vinegar out. And the soy sauce still. Hello, Twitch chat. How are you? So a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Does that seem a little bit excessive? I don't think so. Like, we do have a large amount of rice. It's surprising how much salt you really need to season rice. What brand of rice vinegar? I've seen this brand a lot, I will say that. I've never seen a really big jug of rice vinegar before, so I would say this is probably your best bet for the price. I did see another brand in the store at one point that was like double the price of this one, but this is what I've always used and I find it great. You just ate fish stew. Yum. I had some fish chowder for lunch today. Whoa, Indognito with the Prime sub. Woohoo! Getting it in there, man. You know, there's only 3 days left of the giveaway. So I will be adding your name to the giveaway today. Awesome. Thanks, Indognito. I appreciate that. Welcome to the squad. Enjoy your onion. This is the one you use? Yeah, I always find this is the best one. Harry, you're having some interweb problems. Well, we are here for you. Just a tablespoon of the vin, as well as the hoisin sauce. Indog, how's your day? We got that slow pour. Gotta love those glass bottles. It's like watching ketchup pour out. Okay, that's good. Let's not get too excited. You didn't even know there was a giveaway. Okay. So the apron I'm wearing right now, I got an extra one of these to give away to you guys. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is either sub with Prime, obviously for free, which is awesome. Or you can do a paid sub as well, and you'll still be entered into the giveaway. I mean, I still think it's worth it to pay the $5 and maybe get a chance to win something that's worth $200. I would say so. I will have to look, Alvin, but I believe you are. You have until the 29th. We're going to do the draw on Friday. Let's see. I don't know. There's too much stuff to go through. But I believe you are. Oh, I should totally autograph the apron. Yeah, there's a cool little patch. Here, if I take it off, there's an awesome little patch inside. Like, look how easy that was. with the logo. And it's also a sneaky pocket for like a cell phone or something that you want to keep safe. So I'll probably autograph the back somewhere in there. That's awesome. What a good idea. And when you go to put it back on, boom, easy mode. Runs until the 2nd. So yeah, you're good then. You are good. Yeah, it is a good apron. It's all handmade. I've had my other ones for 3 years now, and they have not broken down at all. And I've worn them, let's say, probably 6 days a week straight. Okay, so there's our sauce for the fried rice. We can just put that aside for now. And this rice is cooled off enough, so I'm gonna pop it into the fridge so we can chill it even more. This should be completely cooled before we even fry it. Put my secret sauce in there. Yeah, just a little bottle of sriracha or something. 33 Celsius. It says it's 18 here today, but it felt really, really hot in the sun. I'll be back in 20 seconds, guys. That one needs to go out. It's going to suntan. Okie dokes. So fried rice prep, dunzo. Duty to your bank account calls. No problem, Elvin. We're not doing anything too exciting. Just prepping up some broccoli and radishes. Not sure if it made it, but was forecast to hit 97. What's that in Celsius? 36. Holy. That is excessive. And actually, I think I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break as well. Hey, Millie. How's it going? Good to see you in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's happening? Harry with the host. Thank you. Much appreciated. So let's get into our broccoli and radishes. Couple of florets from the farm to mix in. Millie, you've been good, just busy with work. I've been good too, also busy with work. Okay, this is massive. This is some of the nicest broccoli I've seen so far. You love the menu. It's a great weekday. Yeah, totally. I'm sure you could even do the chicken in a slow cooker and it would turn out so good. That's always an option. And yes, I am using a mountain of broccoli today. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's not get too carried away. I have my 2 sheet pans here that I'm just gonna put parchment on. And I think real quick as well, I'm gonna flip over the chicken legs so that they get a nice even marinade on both sides. Check them out, see what's going on in here. So this is what they look like so far. Nothing's really changed. Let's just flip that and those will be happy. There's our farm broccoli. Still has the stems attached. And let's just cut bite-sized pieces. That's all we're looking for. So these ones are perfect. So I always kind of pick through, grab the smaller pieces out first, and then size the bigger ones to whatever kind of average size we're working with. And that way everything can cook nice and evenly still. There we go. The rest of that needs to be processed. So this one I'll probably cut into 3 pieces. And I always just cut down until you hit the florets and pull it apart. That way you'll get more of a natural cut in it. I find that way you don't lose as much of the little florets either. The little broccoli flowers. And I don't like to trim the stem off. I really like eating the broccoli stem. It's not bitter, there's no reason to cut it off. It's actually quite sweet. And I'm not sure if anyone in here has roasted radishes before, but it's actually really good. I know a lot of people don't even like to eat radish because it's so strong, but when you roast it, that strong flavor goes away. It gets more buttery. Go too long on the stem and it can get stringy. Yeah, that's more towards the bottom though. These ones are totally fine. And even then, you can still use that stem part to make a soup. Some kind of blended soup though, obviously, and then you can strain out the stringy parts. Hey Tig, Roasted radishes with really good butter. Yes. So good. Roasted radish. Yeah, that's a thing. And I think I only tried doing that, let's say a couple years ago, when Sam and I started going to the farmer's market in Vancouver. I just roasted a radish one day just to see how it would taste, and it was so good. They stay really nice and juicy. Kind of like the turnips, little Japanese turnips. All soup must have kale. Oh my gosh. Radishes just dipped in butter and a little salt. Yeah, so good. I did that on stream once just to try it. I had to see what that trend was all about. And it's worth it. Harry, you're back. You're back in full force. That piece was just a little bit too big. I'm probably gonna split the broccoli and the radishes together. Looking like that's gonna happen. You only want one layer when you're roasting. Otherwise it doesn't roast, it steams. You don't want to stack it on top of itself. And these little bits, sad to say, but I'm not putting those on the pan because they will just burn. So we'll just chalk that up as a loss. Totally cool to put it into a salad or something though. See, Posh likes to eat the broccoli stem. So I'm going to trim off that bottom part and cut it up for her. I'll get her over here in a sec. This thing's crazy. Mediatorus. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Movie time, Star Wars. Nice. Sam and I still have to watch the newest Star Wars. Okay, let me go get a doggo. He's cruising somewhere outside. Gosh. You want some broccoli? Come on. You want some broccoli? Let's go. Come on. She's running. She's running from the top deck. I'm gonna get you snacky. No, this way. This way. Oh, it's on Netflix? Farm to Table Broccoli. Yeah, you got it. Come here. What's this? Broccoli. Just falls off. You stepped on it. Okay, ready? Good catch. Good catch. Okay. Fun is over. Just gonna cut this really big one in half. The others seem to rehash old stories. See, I'm not like huge into Star Wars to kind of notice that. I just like how entertaining the movies are. I have to say that. Tom, how's it going? No way. Every time he hears the collar, he goes nuts. Hopefully in a good way. He thinks there's another dog in the house. I love that. It is the same with Death's dog, though, Bella. She always goes crazy if Posh is around on stream. She typically does not bark. Unless she's really excited or she gets kind of spooked. But other than that, she won't bark. I've trained her to bark though. If I say like, go get him, she'll totally bark. She's a good guard dog. But mostly I just tell her to go get Sam, so she just barks at Sam. You like movies with sweeping cinematic scenes. Yeah. Movies have to be very interesting for me. Otherwise, I just fall asleep. I am terrible. Okay, there's our broccoli. Onto the radish. Has Posh done anything embarrassing on stream? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Is Posh vegan? No. Definitely not. She has salmon food. Oh, she is so curious. Her nose can definitely get her into trouble. Hey, all of these radishes are from my garden. So that's only one bag. We still have this other bag, which I think we'll end up pickling still. This is not even half of what's in the garden, though. Star Trek Beyond. I think Sam and I watched that in theaters, and it was really good. And I'm not even a Trekkie. The one thing I hate about radishes, though, is that the leaves are so spiky. Like, I hate pulling them out of the garden just for that fact. Yeah, these are the French-style radishes. So they're longer, and they have a nice little white tip. It came out in 2016. Yeah, I think we saw that one in theaters. It was worth it. It wasn't a wasted ticket. So we're just going to start by trimming the stems off. I think that can be a doggo radish because it's so small and cute. She's waiting patiently. Watch Band of Brothers. Yeah, I've not seen that one. Is it really good? The leaves are twice the volume. Yeah, that too. But no, they're just so spiky. They just make you feel itchy. I very much dislike that. But radishes are really good in your garden. They're a really good cover crop. So they draw in all of the bad bugs, and it's totally okay if the bugs eat the leaves because the radish still grows. So it'll help keep the bad bugs away from the stuff that they shouldn't be eating, like the kale, and they'll migrate towards the radish leaves instead. So that's also a good reason to plant them. Even if you don't eat them, at least they'll save your other veg. They look like oversized chilies. Okay, let's cut up the doggo's radish. See how spicy it is first. Oh, it's not at all. It's like nice and sweet. Okay. I can't believe I taught her this. Why would I do this? Just making her bad. Oh no! Oh no! It's so it's so slippery. Okay, the last two. Ready? Whoa! I don't know where you put it, girl. I think it went somewhere under there. Flew off her nose. Gone forever. Okay, let's wipe that up. Yeah, Yeah, gotta up your game, Posh. She always just goes too fast and it just bounces right off her nose. Now she's gonna be sniffing around until she finds it. Oh, she got it. Heard the munch and crunch. Polshville! It's coming in. How's it going, Polsh? It's nice to see you in here so often again. That makes me happy, because that means you're doing well. And then the radish somehow has this little stringy part there too. I always pick that off. I've never noticed that on the round ones though. I've only noticed that little stringy piece on these longer French ones. Kind of weirds me out. Does she like chewing on bones? Yeah, totally. Sammy and I picked up a smoked beef marrow bone from the butcher, let's say around a month ago. This was before we even moved. She just goes nuts over it. We have to like time her because otherwise she'll just go to town on it and she'll get sick to her stomach from all the marrow. She's definitely has her food incentive. Okay, I'm just gonna rinse those off. And then I think we're just gonna cut them in half. So we don't want the radishes to get too soft in the oven. That can happen. We'll tell you guys that. So we're gonna leave them a little bit bigger. And then I think it is time to preheat our oven for our chicken. I can even take the chicken out of the fridge now. Let it kind of come up to room temp before we bake it. Just I need the pan from the rice to be able to do that. Okay, cutting in half lengthwise. So you get something really nice that looks like that. Polsh, thanks for the bits, man. Random cake biddies, much appreciated. How's your streaming been going, by the way? Thanks, man. Okay, let's bring our broccoli over. Maybe I can make a little bit of room. Your internet keeps crapping out, but the stream is holding up all right. Yeah, as long as you're having fun. I think that's the most important thing. It shouldn't stress you out. There we go. So I'm not going to spread this out too much yet because we still have to dress it. Give it a little toss around with our seasonings. There we go. And I'm gonna preheat this oven right now before we get carried away. to 425 Fahrenheit. Because it does take almost 15 minutes for it to get up to temp. So grabbing the garlic oil out of the fridge. You guys, if you don't have garlic oil, totally fine to just use regular olive oil. Maybe even just mix in a little bit of minced garlic. But this is just oil that I've used previously to roast garlic in. And it likes to harden up. I just gotta soften it up for a sec so I can pour it. And then just a simple salt and pepper. And then here's our chicken. Oh. Everyone, go check your stove. You can even see some roasted garlic bits in the bottom there. So good. Got another tray of tomatoes roasted in the oven. Use tarragon instead of basil. Yum. Tarragon is not used enough in cooking. One of my favorite applications of tarragon, though, is mushroom soup. Just add something earthy that no other herb can. And then, like I said earlier, whenever you're roasting broccoli, you need a fair amount of oil. Otherwise, it'll just dry out and won't taste very good. Mushrooms and tarragon, yeah, so good. I'm just gonna toss it with the oil and then we'll salt and pepper it when it's in one layer. Yeah, mushrooms anyways. There's one thing I need to do is go foraging at some point. But there are quite a few contacts that I can meet through work, which is awesome. They know all of the foragers. One even layer. And I want the radishes to just peek out so they get like a kiss of char on them if possible. You can't forage anything because you're scared of making the wrong choice. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to go by myself because I would feel the same way. But I do have all of the books, so I could do it. It's just I don't really know the best places either. So instead of wasting my time, I'd rather go with someone that knows the area and knows what to look for. Karen wants to know if Diablo 3 is a good game.
Okay.
He says, eh.
2 was better.
Diablo 2 was better. I'm gonna do the radishes face up, I think. It's our best option here. Sammy's doing some dishes for me. Thanks, Sammy. Okay, there we go. Is that what you're streaming right now? Is Diablo 3? Boom. When you finish it, maybe you'll try it. Yeah, do it. Do it up. Okay, now time for some salt and pepper. Bam. Just using kosher salt for this. Nothing fancy. And then after this, we'll check on the rice. It should be cooled off. There we go, guys. Veg is prepped and ready to go. Finally used up some of that garlic oil. Oh yeah. So Polish is roasting tomatoes. What's everyone else eating? Okay, just going to grab the rice, my peeps. Okay, we are here. Whoa, Chronic's in here. The rice is cooled off. Look how fast that was. That's why we spread it out. So there's lots of surface area to cool it off. Does broccoli take a long time to grow from seed? You've only grown a few herbs inside planters. I've never grown broccoli, but I actually planted some today at the farm. So we seeded them, I think last week, last Tuesday, and the seedlings are like that now. So we just transplanted them into the field, but I'm not sure how long it takes for it to like grow into a proper floret. I would say usually stuff takes around 3 weeks to a month. I only had a little bit of broccoli just from the farm. I only had like 2 florets. Chronic, thanks for the 200 biddies. Good to see you in here. So here's the peas. We're gonna use these up and put them into the fried rice as well. Peas are always a good option in fried rice. Yeah, do it up, Polish. There's a lot of references online for growing stuff. I've been reading so much stuff on the stuff that I am not sure about either. Yeah, thanks, Chronic. You just discovered you have no garlic and you're making masoor dal. Sad face. I would hate to be one of those people that's allergic to garlic. I wouldn't even want to live. You only be out a couple bucks for seeds, exactly. Seeds are so cheap. When your terracotta garlic container broke, you failed to get more. No. Yeah, do this for maximum output. And there are some things that don't grow well together either. Like, we made the mistake of planting eggplant beside the Brussels sprouts, which both of those things need different types of soil or different nutrients, so it's going to be interesting to see how they end up growing. So I'm going to scrape the rice into this bowl here. That is why we put the silpat underneath, so it should be pretty easy. Thanks, Sammy. Hey, Bachelor. How's it going, man? Let me just say, Bachelor, I should have listened to you yesterday when you said hunger service was done. Because that was hilarious. Ugh. One thing I hate about rice is just how much it sticks to your hands. Rice everywhere. Yeah?
Just leave it upstairs.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ex-nay the silpat because my hands are dirty anyways. They're all sticky. It's probably just easier to do this now. But see how the kernels are all separated and it's not stuck together? That's what you want when you're frying rice.
Make you a fried rice.
Sam. Ugh. Sticky rice hands. Get off! I can't do it. This is why I could never be a sushi master. This might be like one of my bigger pet peeves. Rice on hands. You guys feel me or what? Or is it just me that's being weird? Ah, you can't do that yet, please. Kate Skywalker. Thank you. It's coarse and it's rough and it's irritating and it gets everywhere. Pretty much. Okay, now at least we have the sheet pan. At least the bottom is clean. heard, but the oven is hot. So let's lay out our chicken onto this pan. Soy, how are you? You know how this movie ends. Or do you? Or do you? I'm quite sure that this chicken's gonna destroy this pan, regardless of the parchment, just because there is so much sugar in the marinade. But I'm ready to risk it. And then, like I said, we're gonna cook down the marinade. Make it a little bit thicker, even if that means adding a little bit of cornstarch slurry. I am okay with that because we want to make a glaze. I will turn to the dark side. I think I'm already there. I might already be at the dark side. Okay, so just shake off the marinade. It's okay if there's some green onions and garlic on there. That is okay, but we don't need to add any extra salt to this because of the soy sauce. So that's a bonus. But I think I will grind some black pepper on top still. Hide the younglings. Hurry. What's that, Posh? Posh is very interested in these chicken legs. She's like, what you got there? Destroy the Yelp reviewers, not join them. Oh my goodness. Is it possible to troll the Yelp reviewers? Because that would be my thing. Bam. So these did get a little bit darker in color, hey? But probably marinating overnight is the best option. Are the chicken legs actually from Korea? Honestly, Polish, they could be. Who knows where Costco gets their chicken from? Sad to say. But these are going into the oven because I think they'll take probably a good half an hour to cook. Since we're gonna have 2 other trays in at the same time. Sushi Day! Thanks for the host. She does know what's what. Love them. Tom's like, yep. Okay. We're going in. Let's set a 15-minute timer. Check it then. We're going top rack with those top shelf. Let's get a little pot out. Start to make some glaze. Okie dokes. Yay, Bachelor. Yeah, community. Tom, you're tired. Did you only have one beer? You can never just have one beer. I always find that's when I start to want to fall asleep. Okay, we're going over to the stovetop with this. Who's even on right now? I feel like there's a bunch of us on. Oh, it's not actually bad. All right. Unless you are out of beer. No. Oh, you've had 3 tall boys. Well, it should start to kick in, Tom. Hey, let's use this little guy. This wee one. Oh, I realized I forgot to set my timer. Other. I'm gonna go medium high heat to start on this little pot, and then we're just gonna simmer it. Then it's gin and tonic time. Yum. Tom, it's like your hangover days. The detox on Monday. The struggle. That's honestly why I stopped drinking so much. It's just I was tired of feeling like crap all the time. Let's get in a water refill. Sammy's new pajamas. Are they really long? Guys.
Look, I got new pajamas.
Sam's mom sent us a care package. Oh, I still
They're
have to show you
minions.
guys. I don't know if you saw what I posted in Discord last night, but we have some crazy Oreos. Maybe you'll have to try one right now.
Yeah, got one.
Kettle corn Oreos. Has anyone tried these yet? You don't need to drink to feel like crap. Yeah. You go overboard on the pizza or junk food and it's almost as bad as a hangover. Pretty much.
Me, 3.
No, you only get 2. It's
Me,
dinner
3.
time soon. Oh, you're giving it to
You know it.
everyone else. That steak. You rarely go down that aisle. Sam's mom knows that I like to have weird types of Oreos, so she always sends us the weird ones that they find. There we go. So there is puffed millet pieces in the middle there. I would think that's almost too healthy to put into an Oreo. Okay, we're going in. That's the inside. So I feel like it's gonna be crunchy. It smells like kettle corn. And it kind of smells like those maple-filled cookies. Whew. I'm pumped. Ready? Pretty accurate. It just tastes a little bit more buttery than the golden Oreo. But other than that,
More maple.
yeah, that's what I said. I was like, it smells like a maple-filled cookie. The cookie's good. Mike sigh. Are you ready for the other kind, guys? I don't think we're gonna try all of them because I don't like to open them. Pina colada Oreos. Did I double cook the Korean barbecue chicken? I didn't. Am I doing it wrong? Is it sweet or savory? We can't decide. It is not as salty as it should be. I wish there was like salt crunchy pieces in the filling. That would be good. The stick was a bad idea. I don't know what happened. It just sounds funny though. Yeah, sea salt caramel Oreos. That's a good one. They already make those, Voodoo. And then there's these ones. Sam and I have had these before. The firework ones with Pop Rocks in the filling. And then there's one more. I know, diabetes, right? Cherry cola. What? Just tastes like Coke bottle candy. You make coconut cookies with dark chocolate drizzle. I'm in. I love anything coconut. Please send some. Yeah, the diabetes. Here with no badge. It's okay. Not everyone has to sub to support the channel. I do not expect that at all. I am happy with all of my viewers that I get in here. But it's Mike's eye. I know. I know it's Mike's eye. It's like having Alton Brown in here. That is so cool, Octrix. Okay. Let's get the big cast iron out for our fried rice. Once again, I wish this was a wok. Take off one of these trays. That's where the pan's gonna live. And the fried rice should only take you, let's say, less than 10 minutes. If it takes you more than 10 minutes, you're just taking too long. It should be a really, really quick dish to prepare. The first thing we are going to do is quickly fry off the ginger, the garlic, and the scallions in just some grapeseed oil. And then we will toss in the meat, so the pork, which I have to get out of the fridge. And then I think it will be time to put in the rice, the peas, and the corn, and also the fried rice sauce. And then near the end is where we mix in our scrambled eggs. Voodoo Man, gifting the sub to Mike's eye. That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. Woohoo! Yeah, there you go. That's all he says. So Mike's eye, since Voodoo has gifted you a sub, now you are entered into the giveaway to win one of these wonderful aprons. And the draw is this Friday at the end of the stream. So you never know. Might be able to rep a Cook with Kate apron on stream one day. Ooh, okay, our sauce is just coming to a boil. Or it's just simmering. That is good. Maybe I'll just turn it up a touch more. And then, like I said, if it's not reduced enough by the time we go to serve, I'm just going to thicken it with a little bit of cornstarch slurry. Gifting subs was one of the more genius things that Amazon brought in. I agree. I think that is such a great thing to do.
I concur.
Sammy concurs. Hey,
Beauty.
did you guys hear that toot? Sammy toots. An orange slurry, no, cornstarch. Cornstarch. But I guess this looks like an orange slurry. But no, it's just duck eggs scrambled. Mike wears Kate's apron on his stream. I know. Just tape over it. Just tape over the logo.
Mike's gonna win it?
Who knows? He might. Oh, there we go. Got some boiling action in there. Okay, everything is set. This feels good. Okay, I'm just gonna put the radishes away, as well as the broccoli and a couple other things. But I am here. Do not fear. Mike, are you streaming today? Oh, Bark Dog's on. Yay. If Bark Dog is still on when we're done, we're totally rating him. And one last thing, we got our sesame oil close. Because that's what we're going to use to garnish our dish. The chicken is looking and smelling so good. Only Mondays and Fridays. Okay, sounds good. I will try and remember that. I'm looking at all of these fried rice ingredients as well, and I don't know if they're all going to fit in the pan. The war against plates? What? What? And we got the perfect serving device for tonight's stream, a black wok bowl. It's gonna look so awesome. No comment. The bowl is outstanding. Yeah, these are actually from a restaurant we used to work at. And Sam and I went on vacation one summer. We started with what, 30 of these?
35.
35 of these bowls priced at $30 each.
No, $39 each.
$40 each. And we go on vacation for 2 weeks and come back to the kitchen and there's 4 of the bowls left. We're like, what the hell happened? Like, did you guys just drop every single bowl or what? So with there only being 4 left, obviously you can't use them to plate dishes anymore because you're gonna run out if more than 4 people order that dish. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna take them home then. So that's where they came from. Just boggles my mind still. $40 a dish, yeah. Try that for cost in a restaurant. There goes all of the money that you work so hard for. But I mean, we were not the ones that chose the plateware there, so it's not really on us. It was from the previous chef. Okay, guys, so no stream for me tomorrow. Remember that. And then we are back on Thursday doing up a bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin with smoked cheddar and jalapeno polenta. and some roasted beets. I thought that sounded really good. And then Friday's stream is going to be pretty epic. So stay tuned for that. So we're doing Sammy's braised beef short ribs. I have been eating these things for 6 years now. And fondant potatoes, which I've never made before. And just roasted carrots and parsnips. And then for Rook, we're making him chocolate delight, aka sex in a pan. If you guys don't know what that is, stay tuned. Reservation for Dark Elvin. Yeah, come on over, man. You had a client who used to make really nice dinnerware and serving stuff. Yeah, the restaurant that I'm working at now, they get all of their pottery handmade. And her name is Wicked Wanda. So I've actually been in contact with her for me to maybe showcase some of her plateware on the stream. Because it's all made here where I live. I think that would be really cool. Miss Obvious, the second Korean food stream you've seen today. It must be just one of those days. Okay, so that was our timer for our chicken. Let's pull it out, have a look at it, take the temp as well. It's looking really good so far though. I like the color that we're getting on it. Ready? Yum. Hello, yum. It was melamine coated aluminum. That sounds really cool. And look, I got a new battery for the thermometer. So let's check this big guy here. Right in the center by the bone. That's gonna be the longest place that it's gonna cook. We're actually looking pretty good already. We're already at 126. That's cooking pretty fast. Faster than I thought. Which means I better get my butt moving and get those veg into the oven. But first we're gonna glaze these again. Let's get a little glaze on there. I'm gonna turn that off for a sec. See how thin that is still? That is why I want to thicken it.
Smells awesome.
Thanks, Sammy. We gotta test this out. Looks so yummy, thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, I wanted to make this the previous week, and then I ended up working on Wednesdays. So here we are. And Elvin was supposed to make this too. It just did not work out. But I hope, Elvin, that you still make it for yourself. Because so far, it's looking really good. Okay, we'll put that back on the heat. I guess medium heat worked perfectly so far. And I think I'm going to put the veg in first. This veg should only take around 15 minutes to roast, I think. Cut it into nice small pieces. And since our chicken is like close to being done, I can't believe it's already at 1:30. I'm gonna let it sit out for a couple minutes. So let me set, let's do 7 minutes. Or even 10 minutes. What is it, 5:38? Let's do 10 minutes to let the veg go. Then we'll put the chicken back in. That way it'll stay nice and hot and fresh for the end of the stream. We don't want it to get dried out. Harry, you're going to bed. Good night. I will see you on Thursday, hopefully. You saved the recipes. You were due to have a short day that day. So it was perfect. Yeah. Well, hopefully it happens again. Yeah, I'm sure Sammy's hungry. Okay, let's just put this over here. So good smelling in here right now. I'm trying to think of a question of the day right now since I didn't think of it earlier. And I'm thinking I want to ask, what are your favorite things to add into fried rice? Because I know there's just so many different fried rice out there. Everyone kind of has their own favorite ingredients to use in it. Even if you don't make it at home ever, what do you typically order when you have fried rice? Because usually there's like the house special or just the chicken style. Or even just vegetable as well. Bean sprouts. Oh, nice cookie. I never even thought about that. Roasted pork. Okay, so similar to what I'm making then. Ham, eggs, and veggies. You're good. Ooh. I don't know if I've ever seen a fried rice with ham. But I can see that being really good. The saltiness of it. Peas, yeah. If a fried rice doesn't have peas, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me see how this light looks right now. Hopefully it's not glaring too bad. And my camera is bugging me. Is that more straight? Pork just gives a dimension to fried rice you can't get from any other protein. I agree. I agree with that one. But pork isn't even a strong flavor either. I think it's more the texture maybe. Just nice and tender. You know what? I think I might cook the egg first, since we're waiting. Let's cook the egg first into a nice big omelet. It's gonna be thin as well. And then we'll let it cool off a bit, roll it up, and just slice it into nice thin slices. I always like that option better. I don't really like when the scrambled eggs just get all mixed into the rice. I'd rather know where the scrambled egg is. So let's get some vegetable oil in the pan. We don't need too much just yet. But we will need more later when we go to fry up the rice. Oh, roast duck, garlic, ginger, peas, and egg. Now you're just too fancy, Sammy. Fried egg on top with a little green onion, yes. Oh, Bark Dog's making pierogies? That's what it is? Oh, those look so good. You gave him a follow and told him you referred him to us. Thanks, Bachelor. So you've never seen Bark Dog yet. He's great. I like his personality. Super chill. And he always makes awesome stuff like that. That always throws you because you use Sea Dog in Discord, yep. And you used to tend bar. It's like Bark Dog. It's okay, Alvin. We got you. Don't get lost. I'm so ready for this dinner. First time checking out his stream. He's a Pollock from the Midwest, just like you. Yeah, my mom is Polish Ukrainian and my dad is French. So I always get excited when I see people making Ukrainian food because it's quite a rarity to see that. And I have to say, I don't make Ukrainian food enough. I should make it more. But it is not the best for you to eat all the time. So much dairy and carbs. But that's why it tastes so good. Okay, our oil's almost there. Apes, man. No problem. No problemo. No time off. You've used leftover pink-eyed purple hulled peas. What? And fried okra in a weird southern cooking inspired fried rice. That would be really good though, I'm sure. Like, that still sounds good. But to have all those different colors in there, I'm sure it would look so nice. Okay, let's get some eggs in there. Just making a thin omelet. Spread it out. Oh God. When your pan is so non-stick that the egg just slides around. And I'm not even going to flip this at all. I'm just going to let it slowly cook. It shouldn't take long. Sometimes as well you can cut little holes in it to let the steam through. And kind of spread the egg over that. You have some Ukrainian on your dad's side. Nice. Woohoo, Dad. Okay, we almost there. We got 1 minute left on the veg. It's crazy how fast 10 minutes goes by, hey? And then we should be able to put the chicken back in. Okay, so that's completely cooked now. Let's slide it out of the pan. Ready? You want to see this. I know you do. Okay, that's fine by me. We'll just spread it back out so it can cool off a little bit and not stick together. Omelet. Easy peasy. And now, more oil. first, let's check our veg. Oh yeah, she's sizzling. So that's what we're looking at so far. Nice little char on the broccoli. I'm gonna put one tray on the bottom and then go back in with the chicken. And the chicken will still have to rest when we take it out. So I think I'll set another 5-minute timer. Just so I kind of keep track of everything. Vegan gelato. You already know you're gonna love Friday's menu. Yeah, it's a really good menu. Thanks for the 2 biddies. Okay, our pan is smoking. So in goes our ginger, garlic, and onions. This will only fry for a minute or 2. You don't want to burn it at all. Just get it fragrant. And I think I'm going to turn up the fan now. It's going to get wild in here. Okay, we got a little bit of browning action on our garlic. Perfect. In with the pork and the pineapple. We'll do both of those at the same time. Smells really good. How did it take you over 2 months to realize that I am a cook in soup? What do you mean by that? Just turning down our sauce a little bit. Just resign. I'm just a cook in soup. Okay, while that is going for a minute or 2. Yeah, I am in Souk, BC. Oh, a cook. A kook in Souk. Yes, Souk is actually Native American. That's why it's pronounced like that. Souk. So let's roll our omelet up. And we're just gonna slice it. And then obviously those pieces, I know they're long, but they will break apart when we put them back into the rice. So there's our egg portion of that. Ready to go for the end of the rice. I don't know if this is going to get hot enough for us to fry the rice, guys. We might have to take the pork and pineapple out. Do I have chopstick cooking skills? No, I don't. Sadly, I don't have those chopsticks cooking skills. I can eat with chopsticks at least. Liz, how are you? Can I roll tamagoyaki? I don't think so. considering I don't even know what it is. Foxy, thanks for the follow. You cracked a raw egg in the rice. You can do it that way as well, Optrix. But I find this way is just much more clean. I like the egg to stay together than to be completely dispersed into the rice. Okay, so that was 5 minutes already for our oven. I think another 2 for the chicken, and then I can come out and rest. Tamagoyaki is the Inception omelet. Oh, yeah, there's no way I can make that properly. I remember watching that on a show and I was like, wow. You didn't go to work today and spent your day shopping. Winning! Okay, I'm gonna pour that out. But I still want to make the rice proper. And there's no way she's gonna fry with all that liquid in the bottom there. Probably just turn off this glaze as well. She be thick. Okay, let's do this. Put our peas. Let's just do them all. You guys keeping up? You make it improperly. Yeah, so do I. And the corn. You might need a little bit more oil as well. Fried rice is good. I never said it was healthy. There we go. And the chicken is coming out. I'm gonna put the egg in with the pork. Gotta clear off the board. Did I ever make cauliflower fried rice gimmet? Nope. Have not, and probably will not. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't even think you're ready to look at this chicken. Just gonna leave that there. There we go. Okay, let's put some rice in here. We're gonna push the limits of this pan. And then in goes our sauce. So soy sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar, and hoisin. and making a mess of the stove. How can you not though when you make fried rice? That's why rice is my nemesis still. Just gets everywhere. So we'll let that fry up for a couple of minutes. And you do want to stir it pretty frequently. I'm just going to turn off the oven for the veg. And we can turn down the fan now. You can smell it. You can smell it. I'm gonna leave the glaze off of this for as long as possible, just so the skin stays really nice and crispy. It smells really good. Thanks, guys. Make sure this is hot. We're getting there. I want to taste this. We just need a little bit more soy sauce still. Just a little under seasoned. But we did use a lot of rice, so that's fair. Got a good drizz. It's surprising how much soy sauce you need to season rice. And yeah, it totally is sticking to the bottom of the pan. It's like we're making paella. Totally the wrong dish. And how am I gonna fit this in? Let's just turn that off since everything is hot. Give it a little toss to incorporate. And then I think it's plate up time. We also need to try the rice before we serve it. Put a couple different ingredients in there. I think that's pretty on point. And then let's just get our little dreads of sesame. I think that's all it needs. I don't like to overly season the fried rice. I would rather add extra soy sauce at the end than to make it too salty to pair with any of the other stuff that we cooked today. Did we start with a crappy mic? No, I started with a Yeti. And so far, so good. We just started with crappy internet. That's about it.
Yeah, the settings down at 720p.
You don't want to go heavy on the sesame oil, guys, because it is potent. So maybe a couple teaspoons, that's it. The Yeti is solid. I really enjoy it. You're excited to eat something boring when you get home from work at 10 p.m. Elvin, I can't believe you work that late. It is insanity. What has America done to us? Society. I'm sad for you. Like, if only we could ship food super quick. Like, solve the world's issues. Okay, one more taste test. Get some of the egg in there. Sesame is perfect. You got yourself a blue Yeti, Mike. You got it on sale. I think we got ours on sale too. Okay, let's check out this veg situation. Oh, look at the glaze, guys. There we go. So broccoli just has a little bit of browning on it. Radishes are just a little bit softened, but still have that crunch. I am not a fan of mushy vegetables. I think that so many people just overcook their veg. I need that crunch. Okay, so starting, I'm gonna get rid of this spatula. Not the best thing to use for that. Get some tongs for the veg and a spoon for the rice. So rice first in the bottom of the bowl. Kind of put it on one side. Like that. And this stuff is pretty filling. So a portion like that for me is probably good. Okay, maybe a little bit more. And then for our veg, just kind of stud the dish. Look how nice and pink the radishes are still. Just pile more of the broccoli underneath where I'm gonna put the chicken. Like that. We're good so far. I think I want this piece on the end. Look at that, guys. It's gonna drip a bit, so I'm just gonna push the bowl under, but dang. That looks good. All you ate is beans? And then our glaze. I don't really want to ruin that skin though with the glaze. Maybe we'll just put it on like one side. So it kind of just falls into the rice instead. I'm happy with that. She's half glazed. I guess that's a thing now. There we go. I prepped the chicken fast. Yeah, the marinade wasn't too hard to make. And it cooked up pretty quick, like 20 minutes, done. But that's exactly what I said anyways. Okay, so picture time, and then it's time to eat. Awesome, Elvin. Okay, I will see you hopefully on Thursday. Hope you have a wonderful next couple of days. And thank you for that. I'm sure I will have a good day at work tomorrow. Okie dokes. We're going in. Well, obviously I know the rice is good. But we have to try everything together still. Shadow, just like a little cat trying to reach for it. Give me the foods. She's steaming. Getting some broccoli in there with our fried rice. The broccoli is perfect. I don't think it needs the lemon. I think the roasting with the garlic oil was perfect. Okay, getting into this chicken. I just pulled that right off. Vegan gelato. Subbing with Twitch Prime. What? Woohoo! Another person to add to the squad. That's amazing. Right at the end of the stream. Welcome in, Vegan Gelato. I know you've been here for a while, but that is much appreciated. And your name will be entered into the apron giveaway. And we're doing the draw on Friday at the end of the stream, so stay tuned for it. It's just a subscriber giveaway. So the odds are pretty good. I think we'll be around 50 people in the giveaway at the end of it. Okay, I'm going into this chicken. It's too good. I don't think I've ever had chicken like this before, but dang. It's sweet. It's salty. It's sour. It just has a little bit of spice on the tip of your tongue. You get the garlic and the ginger. Like, you get all of the flavors. And together with the rice and the crunch and the freshness of the vegetables, I think this meal is probably one of my favorites, I would say. I really like Asian food, and I would say I don't cook it enough. Is that a blueberry sauce? No, that is the Korean barbecue sauce. So the base of the sauce is a Korean chili paste called gochujang. And then it also has soy in it, brown sugar, ginger, garlic, green onion. So kind of the same flavorings that we put into the fried rice, just so everything would complement itself. 100%, I would like all of you to try that recipe because it is really, really nice. What are the lumps? The lumps are just the green onion and the garlic and the ginger. So I just left that in the marinade. I didn't strain it out at all. What's on the shelf above water bottles with the blue label and yellow-orange font? That is peanut butter. This is a lovely jar of crunchy peanut butter that goes into our smoothies. Love how curious you guys are. Okay, guys, thank you for the awesome stream. All of the subs today, the biddies, the follows as well. You know how the stream ends. We're gonna go raid someone awesome and show them some love. And reminder, I am not on tomorrow. I am at work. And I don't get home until later, so I can't stream at all. But I will be back Thursday for some bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin. Thanks for all the love today, guys. It was really fun. Finally got to make this recipe after 2 weeks. Okay, we're going into Bark Dog. Thanks, Tig. Yeah, I'm really happy with the job I'm at, so hopefully everything works out there. All right, we're going in. Get your onions ready. And I hope everyone has a good couple of days coming up. See you Thursday at 2:30 like always. Bye.